Fifth grade, I had a teacher, Mr. Hargrove, who told me, you know, if you work hard, you will be a great engineer.
I had another physical chemistry teacher at the time at UCLA that looked like he had just stepped out of mission control.
Even starting in my middle school days, I had a group of teachers that were just phenomenal in 6th grade.
The most influential teacher in my life was my mother. She taught for 45 years. She taught in the sciences and math, and she was kind of, and still remains, my biggest inspiration.
I've had lots of very influential teachers. You know, one that comes to mind was even my band director when I was in high school.
I will never forget my physics teacher, Mr. Beatty.
I had lots of influential teachers. The very first one I remember was my 1st grade teacher, who taught us about the scientific method.
I could name every teacher I had from kindergarten through high school. And it's because they all had something a little bit different to contribute.
He made us come in and pick up our midterms in person and went over our exams with us. And all this many years later, I still remember having to explain my mistakes to him.
But it was his belief in me and setting that standard that he lit a fire that burns bright to this day. And I went to college and studied engineering because of what he said to me in 5th grade.
They kind of got me on the right track, I think, mentally, academically, being able to succeed and believe in myself that I could succeed.
She was explaining that the first thing you want to do is go out and observe the universe around you and then make observations.
I had a few teachers in high school that really believed in me. You know, one of them was a PE teacher, one of them was a math teacher.
I was thankful to that particular teacher for helping me to focus on his class, but also just helping me focus in my high school career as well.
You could always say to him, Mr. Beatty, I don't understand that. Can you demonstrate that or illustrate that? And he was only too happy to illustrate it and show you what he meant by it.
I had a science teacher in high school who was pretty amazing because he taught so many things. He taught biology, he taught physics, he taught a physiology course, he taught an advanced science projects course. He was kind of like a one-man science guy.
He asked me if I'd seen a falling star, and I said, no, sir, I hadn't. And he proceeded to help me derive the equations for when would be the best time to go see one. And I still remember being on orbit in the shuttle and seeing 2 meteors go below me and wishing he were still alive so I could tell him, I bet you didn't think of that one.
What was really neat about them is that when I said I wanted to be an astronaut or I wanted to go to West Point, these are big dreams for a girl from a small town like me. And nobody ever said I couldn't do it. And then I had these great teachers that said I can do it.
She got us all up and we marched out into the middle of the neighborhood around us and took our field notebooks out and started taking notes. And I felt like a scientist that day.
He would give you enough facts to learn the basics, and then you had to go do something in the form of a project to round out your education on it. And that was really awesome because that's what I've been doing ever since.